Good evening and welcome to the channel's studios here in London with your international news around the world in 5. US Vice President Kamala Harris has called for an immediate ceasefire in Gaza, saying people there are starving.
I must address the humanitarian crisis in Gaza.
She also urged Israel to significantly increase the flow of aid there. Earlier, Israel did not attend truce talks in Egypt, saying Hamas was not giving a list of hostages still alive. Hamas's team and mediators from the US and Qatar are understood to be in Egypt's capital, Cairo, for the planned negotiations. Pressure for a ceasefire deal intensified after Thursday's incident outside Gaza City, in the north of the Palestinian enclave, where at least 112 people were killed when crowds rushed an aid convoy and Israeli troops opened fire. The government of Haiti has declared a 72-hour state of emergency after armed gangs stormed a major Port-au-Prince prison, leading to the killing of at least 12 people and the escape of around 4,000 inmates. Gang leaders say they want to force the resignation of Prime Minister Ariel Henry, who is currently abroad. The groups aiming to oust him control around 80% of Port-au-Prince. Violent gang wars have killed thousands in the country since 2020. A government statement said 2 prisons were stormed over the weekend and it was enacting an immediate nighttime curfew in response. Nikki Haley has defeated Donald Trump in the Republican primary in Washington, D.C. This is her first victory over the former president in the 2024 campaign to become the Republican presidential candidate, making her the first woman to win a Republican primary in U.S. history. Mr. Trump, however, has a huge lead over Ms. Haley. The former UN ambassador says she no longer feels bound by a pledge made by the Republican National Committee that she would support the GOP presidential nominee.
The RNC is now not the same RNC. Now it's
So you're no
Trump's
longer bound by that pledge?
No, I think I'll make what decision I want to make, but that's not something I'm thinking about. And I think that while y'all think about that, I'm looking at the fact that we had thousands of people in Virginia. We're headed to North Carolina. We're going to continue to go to Vermont and Maine and all these states to go and show people that there is a path forward. And so I don't look at what ifs. I look at how do we continue the conversation.
The alleged gang rape of a tourist with a Brazilian-Spanish dual nationality in the eastern Indian state of Jharkhand has led to outrage. The 28-year-old woman and her husband, who were on a motorbike tour, had stopped for the night in Dumki district when the alleged attack took place. Police say that they have arrested 4 men and are searching for 3 more. A SpaceX Falcon 9 rocket carrying 3 US astronauts and 1 Russian cosmonaut has blasted off from Florida bound for the International Space Station.
3, 2, 1, ignition, engines full power, and liftoff of NASA Crew 8. Go Falcon, go SpaceX, and go NASA.
The Crew 8 mission will be in space for 6 months. The 3 men and 1 woman are in a capsule used in space 4 times before by Elon Musk's SpaceX firm. There will be more than 200 science experiments that are to be concluded during the mission, scheduled to finish in mid-August. That's according to NASA's ISS program manager. Horses have been caught on camera trotting down the I-90 motorway in Cleveland, causing traffic to slow to a halt. Cars came to a stop as a pair of loose horses ran down a highway in Ohio. They were caught on traffic cameras running the wrong way down the highway. Cleveland police said the horses belonged to the police and had escaped their local stable. And high winds in Nevada and Utah have swept in huge amounts of tumbleweed, causing disruption on streets and surrounding houses. The National Weather Service has issued a weather alert for Nevada, parts of Arizona and California's Death Valley, with winds expected to reach up to 35 miles per hour. The weeds formed piles up to 3 meters high in some places. Similar scenes unfolded in Eagle Mountain, further to the south. Residents of South Jordan plowed through the weeds with hose and shovels before city workers arrived with garbage trucks to clean them up. And that's your international news around the world in 5. Now back to the channel's studios in Lagos.